Well, despite Governor Gavin Newsom very publicly stating that he thinks the issue is deeply unfair, his office will not comment on the fact that this hearing is now happening. Meanwhile, Republicans are skeptical about the motivations Democrats have to actually consider these proposals.
Clerk will call the roll.
California lawmakers in the state assembly are set to consider two bills that would reverse California law that right now allows trans women and girls to play in girls and women's sports.
My bill is not anti-trans, it's just protecting women and young girls in vulnerable places, bathrooms, locker rooms, and their sports teams.
As the assembly on Monday recognized Trans Day of Visibility, Republican Assemblyman Bill Essayli attempted to force a vote on one of the bills scheduled for the hearing next week, his AB 844. It would no longer allow trans athletes in girls and women's sports from elementary school to the college level. Democrats rejected his attempt to fast-track the proposal.
Was your action today, are you skeptical that Democrats are really willing to have the conversation in this hearing next week, or?
No, I think Assemblyman Ward, who chairs that hearing, he wants to make an example out of us, and I think he intends to fiercely oppose the bill.
I checked in with Democratic Assemblyman Chris Ward, who is also the leader of California's LGBTQ caucus. He said next week is meant to hear the arguments for and against the proposal. He says it's also to dispel misinformation about trans athletes, which he says represent likely far fewer than 1% of athletes in California.
And somehow viral videos can blow that up to make it seem like this is overwhelming activity that is out there, when in reality a few individuals that are seeking their own fulfillment and the ability to be well and participate in sports are really being targeted and harassed.
The other bill Ward's committee will hear is AB 89 by Republican Kate Sanchez. Her bill is meant to reverse the law for high school sports only.
And I actually spoke to a few of my Democrat colleagues this morning, some of which are on the committee. Some of them feel like this is a good option for conversation, to have full and robust conversations. Others say it's a way to get back at the governor and are very frustrated.
Frustrated by these comments from the governor on his podcast to conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
Would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. It is an issue of fairness. So it's deeply unfair.
Since then, the governor has denied knowing there was legislation to change this, and his office Monday would not comment on the hearing that's now set.
Clearly passionate about. What do you make of how the governor is handling this now?
Well, he's either lying or he's ignorant.
I asked Ward the same question.
We do hope to be able to talk to him directly a little bit more to see and further that opinion.
I also checked in with the leader of the state assembly, Speaker Robert Rivas, for comment, but nothing yet from his office. Reporting at the state capitol, Ashley Zavala, KCRA 3 News.
And that hearing is scheduled for April 1st at 9 a.m.